So welcome everyone to the live webinar on health professions education programs organized as part of virtual postgraduate info week series. I am Nurul Hidayah binti Mamat, the program director for postgraduate diploma and master in health professions education. And joining me today is Associate Professor Dr. Sarmishta Ghosh, the program director for postgraduate certificate in health professions education, Professor Vishna Devi Nadarajah, the Pro Vice Chancellor, Education and Institutional Development, and a health professions educationist, and Dr. Kok Yi, one of the alumni of Master in Health Professions Education. A warm welcome once again. We will begin the webinar with a brief introduction to postgraduate programs in health professions education, which includes postgraduate certificate, postgraduate diploma, and masters in HPE, followed by an insight into HPE in 21st century by Professor Vishna. We will have our alumna, Dr. Kok Yi, who will be sharing her experience taking the program. The postgraduate programs in HPE in general, Okay. So the postgraduate programs in HPE in general aims to produce scholars with the knowledge and skills pertinent to establish oneself as health professions educators, and that includes educational theories, curriculum, learning technology, assessment, professionalism, research, and scholarly activities. The continuous engagement with contemporary health professions education context and throughout the programs enables learners to deliberate, improve, and prepare to meet the current and future demands of healthcare training. The program are designed on a 3-tier basis, starting from postgraduate certificate, postgraduate diploma, and the last tier of master in HPE with options of multiple exits at desired tier. Learners may opt to enroll in each program, PG certificate, PG diploma, and master separately at different point of time, or enroll at master tier from the beginning. The program design allows flexibility in progressive build-up of knowledge and skills to accommodate adult learners. At PG certificate, 5 modules are offered with 20 credit hours, followed by an addition of 3 modules at PG diploma, total up to 32 credit hours. The modules at PG certificate and PG diploma combine theoretical foundations and application of skills in respective work setting. Subsequently, a learner will earn a master in HPE with a continuation of 2 more modules at master level with a total of 42 credit hours. At master level, learners are given the opportunities to engage in research and scholarly activities, from identifying gaps in health professions education context to communicating the added knowledge through writing and publication. For more information about the program, please visit the program website. Currently, there is one intake, March intake for conventional program mode, and there will be another intake in September this year for online distance learning mode. The programs are delivered on blended mode, a combination of face-to-face and online delivery. However, at the moment, learning sessions are delivered synchronously online due to the current pandemic situation. To recap, let's have a look at the short video on the programs. If you have further questions, please post it in the chat box and we will attend to you during the Q&A session later. So now I would like to invite Professor Vishna to share insights into health professions education in 21st century. The virtual floor is yours, Prof.
Thank you, Nurul. So hi everyone, my name is Vishna. I know some of you and I hope to get to know the others. I see in the attendees list we have quite a few of you. There are about 8 of you, and I will talk to you here about health professions education and why it is very, very important, I think now, even more so now than 20 or 30 years ago, for us to have an understanding of how health professionals are trained and to ensure that we as educators, whether we are in undergraduate or in postgraduate or in healthcare, because learning is lifelong. So even if we are in healthcare, there is a need to have some postgraduate qualifications in this. But before that, very quickly, could you guys just in the chat line just give me an idea which professions are you in, so that we can have a more engaging discussion, perhaps in the chat line. So I know Caleb has joined us from Cambodia and he's a dentist. Yes, Caleb has replied. How about others? Or if you're a student, yeah, okay, from pharmacy, fantastic, pharmaceutical. Nursing, all right, Farah is from nursing. Shamila is a dentist. All right, so we actually have quite a few professions here. Okay, Aisha, yes. Is it family medicine, Aisha? Well, medical tech, all right, yes. So we have different professions. So maybe I'll tell you all my story a bit. So I'm a biochemist and I joined IMU about nearly 21 years ago. So when I joined IMU, and IMU was the first private university, it didn't have laboratory facilities, but what we were doing very much in IMU was designing curriculum for students to transfer to partner schools, and we also started having our own MBBS, pharmacy, later dentistry, and other health professions program like biomed, biotech. So I saw that in IMU, there was a lot of effort to decide about what curriculum is needed, how to make them work ready, how do we assess them. But I had that passion in my biochemistry and I wanted to do lab work, which I did. And I had students in biochemistry and all that. But over time, I realized personally for myself, how do I make myself relevant in an industry or an educational institution that is so focused on health professions. See, I'm not like many of you are dentists, a doctor here. I'm not a medical or clinician, right? The only perspective I have, I suppose, is as an educator, and that's from my subject matter, and also maybe as a patient or a family member, right? So that was my story about 15 years ago. So that was my perspective. So I was thinking, hey, I want to know what I was doing. Is it right? The way I teach, we assess, are the decisions we are making right? So I had this opportunity to do my master's because my husband was posted to Netherlands. So I had this opportunity to go to Netherlands. And in Netherlands, I worked, in fact, in Leiden University as a senior scientist. And I had this opportunity to do a master's in medical education. And I tell you, it was the best decision I made. Now, I'm telling you a story about 12 years ago story where I went to Netherlands and I registered for the master's course. At that time in Malaysia, there was no one, Malaysian, with this qualification from Maastricht. And Maastricht is one of the good schools at that time, right? And they were controlling, I suppose Maastricht and Dundee were controlling this because not many schools were offering health professions education course. And what I learned from that course was actually the educational science behind decision making for curriculum, for assessment, for professionalism. It was very broad, even for leadership and change management. So I would say that the HPE course is almost an MBA, like an MBA. When people do banking or they do accountancy and then they do an MBA to rise up the corporate ladder. For us in higher education or in healthcare, the health professions education is that MBA. So it gives you a distinct difference in the way you think, in the way you do things. Now, personally, for me, I benefited tremendously because when I came back from Netherlands and rejoined IMU, I was that very few person in the country at that time. And I got the role as associate dean. Then I went on to become dean, and today I'm the pro vice chancellor. Now, obviously, it was not just the degree, because I used that degree to start research in medical education in IMU, and I used that degree to design this course in health professions education, which is ably now delivered by my colleagues, including Nurul and Sarmista, who are here. And one of my colleagues, Koi, who is also here, who did her PhD in IMU, later completed her master's in health professions education. And I can tell you, Koi's career trajectory will now have a different take because she has that background of education. But she will now tell you with her own words because she just finished her master's in health professions education. So what I'm trying to get to you is, it is like this programmer actually makes you understand what you're doing as a teacher on one hand, but it also makes you feel better equipped to tackle situations or new challenges. So one of the things that I think this program gave the advantage to me and my team, for those with the similar qualifications, is when COVID pandemic came, we knew what was educationally right to do. In fact, many people were looking at us on what to do. So it's about raising the level of competencies within the university, but also making yourself a national or international expert. But most importantly, it helped us navigate during a crisis. So I hope if you are interested in this course, I hope you see that it's not only for your personal development, but it actually is for your institutional development, and you can make an impact in also research. And this is because health professions education is still relatively new. So people from our region actually have a lot of chance. If they go into this track, they have a lot of chance to progress career-wise, especially those in healthcare. So imagine now people in educational institutions are doing this program, right? So not many people in healthcare are doing. In Singapore, now slowly people in healthcare are doing this program because they are using it part of postgraduate training and work-based training. So if you are a director of a hospital or someone who's looking into training of your staff, this degree is useful. So there is a broadening concept. Now, for those in pharmacy and dentistry, again, dental education in Asia is quite in its infancy in terms of scholarly work. Dental education has a long history, but scholarly work in dental education, a lot of opportunities to grow. So you see in IMU, for our program, we have quite a few dentists joining our program. So I've said a few words already, but please, guys, we are a small group. Feel free to ask any questions. Yeah.
Thank you, Prof, for sharing the insights.
Any questions?
Yeah. Okay. Please, if you have any questions.
If not, you can put it in the chat line, and I'll be here until this session, so you guys can always ask. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Prof. So I would like to now invite Dr. Ko Yi to share her experience in the program. For your information, Dr. Ko Yi has just completed Masters in Health Professions Education.
A very good morning to everyone. Thank you to Dr. Noro, the PD of MHPE program, for inviting me to share my experience in pursuing the program. My name is Yi, an alumna of MHPE program who has just completed my study recently. My sharing will be from 4 aspects. Why, when, how, and what. If you were to ask me, why did I take up this MHPE program? Well, I can bring you back to my kindergarten days, where I always dreamed to be a teacher. Let's fast forward to my job now. As a lecturer, I see this program to be able to make me to be a better teacher. And as a human, we always seek for opportunity for self-improvement. I joined IMU in 2009 as a faculty, and I view myself as an infant in the world of academia. 8 years down the line, I grew from a baby to a teenager who is still a novice in the academic line because I didn't receive any formal training in education. Hence, when MHP was first offered in 2017, I actually quickly grabbed this opportunity, hoping this program can make me to be a better teacher. And thank God, I didn't make a wrong move because this program and the teachers have actually groomed me to be a better teacher, and now this is where I am. I took this program on a part-time basis, and I spent 3 years to complete it. I am working as a full-time faculty now. I am a mother of 2, one boy who is now 5 years old, and the younger one is 2. Hence, it was a great challenge for me to complete this program. Looking back, tenacity and commitment are 2 important components for all the potential students. And not to forget, moral support from my family members is also equally important, because without these 3, I don't think I can complete my study. If you want to know more about the program, you can contact the 2 friendly program directors, Dr. Gosh and Dr. Noro. They'll be more than happy to explain to you about the program. So where am I now after completing the degree? I think I'm a better teacher, hopefully. And I also to comprehend teaching and learning theories. And I can put the knowledge that I have learned into practice. And I'm now more confident in conducting educational related research. With this, I would like to end my sharing today and thank you so much for your kind attention.
Thank you very much, Yi, for the sharing of your experience taking the program, and congratulations on the completion of the program recently. So now we have come to the question and answer session. May I ask all the Prof Vishna, Dr. Ko Yi, to turn on their video and to attend to some of the questions posted in the chat box.
I was just having my breakfast.
It's okay, Prof.
Yeah. No, I just wanted to add one point, which I forgot to say just now. So for especially our colleagues who are working, and Yi brought it and reminded me. So one thing, if you're working and doing it, and like I did it when 12 years ago, my kids were much younger. So I was a mother also juggling the course with this. But one useful thing about doing this course is you can bring your workplace dilemmas into your assignment. And ultimately your workplace research questions also into your assignment. So in Yi's case, and I'm so proud of her because she submitted a paper to a journal already. So hopefully we get it accepted. But in Yi's case, she actually brought the dilemma of virtual labs, right, Yi? Because of COVID, we wanted to go into virtual labs. So Yi's research was about virtual labs. So for those in, let's say, family medicine or dentistry, your dilemma is about how to deliver online dental programs, right? Or to bring dental skills virtually. So this could be an area to go into. All right. Okay, we are seeing questions now. Yeah. Sarmi, why don't you come online also? I don't see you. Yeah. Okay. So the first question is about prices and if there are any scholarships. Okay. Now, if you are IMU alumni, you get a discount, right? Maybe Sarmi and Nurul can give the prices and the scholarships. Yeah.
Yes, sure. I'll share the brochure, yeah, our brochure. Yeah. Give me a second, yeah.
Okay, so Caleb, while we're waiting for that brochure to come up, Caleb asked how someone overseas can do the diploma. Do they need to go to Malaysia for some sessions? So for the diploma, yes, we do it blended, Caleb. For the PG cert now, it's totally online. So my suggestion for colleagues who are interested from overseas but don't want to come to Malaysia is to do the PG cert ODL. And within our university, after doing that, you can top up with the 3 modules to get the diploma. So there is that conversion option, because by then we would get the PG DIP ODL running already. So it's good to register as the PG cert. That is, if you want to do fully ODL. But if you want to come to campus, then you also have that option where you can do sometimes now online learning and then actually come to campus, so that you meet as a group, you have that camaraderie of knowing others and everything. But the ODL, I think, is a good option for your team in Cambodia. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so there's one question on the cert. How many hours? Sarmi, can we see you, Sarmi? We can't see you and you're muted. Maybe Sarmi can take that question. How many hours for the ODL cert? Nurul, do you remember?
It's the same hours. It's a 20 credit hours as well. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's 20 credit hours. What about the workload? Maybe about 3 to 4 hours a week.
Correct. Yes, it's about the
Hello.
same. Only the
Yes,
mode of
Sarmi, you are
delivery
here.
is
Yes.
different. Yes.
No, I was muted by the host. That's why.
Okay.
Okay. As for the cert, there are, if you want to finish it within 6 months, that's a full time, then you need to have at least 10 to 12 hours per week so that you finish it early.
Okay.
But if you have to, because this is a purely ODL, if you need to do it for 1 year, taking a part-time one, you can expand it accordingly.
Okay.
So it is not a
it
too
can
high
be up to
workload.
6. It's not high workload. That means you can be to 3 to 4 to even 10 to 12, depending
10
on
to
your
12.
track.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is the brochure for this year. So if you asked about the fee, let me go down. We have bursary offered for this year as well. Yeah.
Okay,
This
so
is
there is
the-
a bursary, Shamila. Yeah.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
But if there is a big group for the ODL, so Caleb, what we have discussed is for a group of more than 5 from one institution, there will be some additional discount, right? But for individuals, this is the cost. And if you're IMU alumni, you get additional discount. What is the discount for alumni?
15%.
15%.
15%.
All right.
Correct. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So if you compare the prices, I be very practical with you all because I know there's a practicality to it. So we have actually pitched it. We want to remain competitive. We have pitched it lower, but the additional benefit is you are coming to do a HP in an institution with, I think, a fantabulous track record in delivering health professions program. So meaning if you don't have that case studies from your workplace, we can provide it. That's one. The second is we have a lot of international speakers or teachers that come on board because we have visiting professor programs. So you actually get to, like our students enjoyed having sessions with Case van der Vleuten, Trudy Roberts, And last but not least, we have our IMAC conference. So we always give that complimentary to our students so that they also have that networking opportunity. So, but again, you must see that value and because all of us are working, I know that stress that can come. So Yi actually finished it in 3 years, which was fantastic because she took a break. But I have some colleagues who are now doing it 2 years, but I can see they're really managing. But most important is you have that tenacity to finish that journey.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I think that, yeah. What else is coming up in the question? Okay. Any other questions, colleagues?
Or you can either email both of us or go through the website, for further information.
Can I add something more? The thing is that when you do the ODL cert, the best thing you have is there is no final examination thing. Okay, you are going to do in-course assignment writing, which is very well within your time. You can manage time very well. So that is something which is very important to know, that there's no end of module or end of course final examination.
Correct.
So that is something which is...
that you reminded me to say another thing. So colleagues, there's another thing unique and I took it, this I have to give acknowledgement. I took it from the Maastricht concept. So when you have assignments and you are asked to submit these assignments, because they all cumulatively give you that scores, right, for your module. What we have done is, and this is extra work for us, but we don't mind doing it because it's really the learning process. So you submit an assignment, we mark it and give you feedback. Now, if that feedback actually enhances your mark or can go give you even better mark or makes you from a borderline or from a so-called fail to improve it to a pass, we give you a chance to resubmit. This is educationally right because you are doing something, you're giving your perspective. As a teacher, we facilitate that learning you have and give you feedback to make it better. Now, of course, students, if they already got quite good grades, they don't want to resubmit. But those who are in the borderline, they actually really want to resubmit. And obviously those, not many, those who get maybe about 10% less, they don't do so well, because most of our students actually do pretty well, right? But if they don't do so well, they take it as a chance, and then they resubmit. And you'll see, it will be like an aha moment, oh my God, I've learned this, because I didn't think about it, but because your facilitator gave that feedback, you improved on it and you resubmit. Now it teaches you two things. It's about how to take feedback and improve on your work, but it's also familiarizing yourself with the process of going through peer review later. When you write papers later and all, you want, the aim is to get published, and I'm very kiasu on that. All the HP students, master students, we get them to write a paper. It's a gain for them. It raises our profile. So just to give you that picture. So as Sharmi said, we don't want to create stress. So if you submit an assignment, you get that whatever feedback, you got a chance to resubmit.
Improve. Yeah. Resubmit and improve on it. Yeah.
Correct.
And also you get a one-to-one mentoring system. Like if you are feeling troubled with some point of your time, you can always have face-to-face, synchronous face-to-face now, virtual. You can have a talk with them.
Correct.
So that's how it is shaped.
Correct.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks so much, guys, for being there, because you spend your Saturday afternoon come and listen to us. So for us, we are really honored. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. Dr. Yi, do you want to provide a bit more input about your experience?
Hi, morning, everyone. Okay, sorry, I'm joining out from using my handphone because suddenly the electricity just disconnected at my house here. Okay, so just a very quick sharing. Actually, I did it. I signed up this program stage by stage. Okay, and because initially I wasn't too sure whether I could finish it or not. Due to the part-time basis, and thank God, due to many factors, I managed to complete it. Okay, what brought up by Prof Vishna and Dr. Ghosh just now was very true, because I myself experienced that because when I had any doubt in the assignments, and when I need help, I just went and see my teachers, and they were super helpful, super friendly, and they actually guided me on what I should put into my assignments. So really thankful to the teachers. Yeah, so I think that's all.
Caleb asked, are we the leader in health sciences teaching and learning in the region? Trick question. I think in terms of delivery and innovation, definitely we are one of the leaders. And if you look at literature coming out from a small school like ours, literature shows we are. Of course, NUS, which also has gone on to this track, is catching up. But NUS profile, right, compared to us. So I would say, as the situation and the context does, we are quite strong in this. Yeah, and definitely in scholarly work. Yeah.
Okay, are there more questions from the audience?
So just wanted to add one more last point. So if you're talking about you being a dentist and you're doing our master's program, we have dental educators also in our dental school who can be co-supervisors and also. And we have, like, now Yi has got her master's. So someone from medical biotech actually can now collaborate with Yi to do some research. So we grow our community. So IMU, because the whole faculty, you have medicine, dentistry, dietetics, so it's open to all health professionals and biomedical scientists. Yeah.
Thank you, Prof Vishna. Thank you, Prof Sarmi and Yi. So
thank you all.
Can I ask everyone to turn on their video so that we can capture the moment? Chi Yong, can you please screenshot this? Yeah. Can we have everyone to turn on their video? Yeah. Chi Yong, can you allow?
If you don't mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Hold on a minute.
Yeah. All right.
If you don't mind, but if you feel that situation doesn't allow, not to worry. Yeah.
Callum,
Okay.
go to the video. Go to the video. You will see a cross in the video. Just remove that.
Okay, now I can see.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I'm just
Right.
clicking on it now.
Okay.
yes.
There
Hi,
you are.
Anam. Hi.
There you
Good
are.
to see you.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah. What about the
Lots of
rest?
charts behind
Yeah.
you, Caleb.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Shall
Yeah. Shall we, Chiu Yong? Screenshot?
I'm not seeing anyone on the camera. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean. more-
They're coming up. Yeah.
Yeah,
Aisha
Aisha is
yeah,
there.
coming up. Yes.
is coming up. Yeah.
Marisa, Lee is here.
Yes, Lee is there.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yes.
Who else?
All right. So
Farah.
Inglai.
all right. And everyone ready?
Yeah.
3, 2,
Okay lah.
1. Smile. Got it.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much all for joining
Okay.
us this morning.
Thank you. Take care.
Yeah,
Have a
thank
good
you for your
weekend. Yeah.
time, and we hope to see you soon in our program. Thank you, and have a
Thank
good
you.
weekend ahead. Yeah. Bye.
Thanks
Thank
so
you,
much.
everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.